In the hushed and rarefied air where immense wealth operates, there exists a world far removed from the common car lot, a world where the transaction for a motor car is not a purchase but an adoption into a lifestyle of absolute discretion and effortless ownership. This is the secret world of Rolls-Royce leasing for the ultra-high net worth individual, a masterful system that understands its clients do not merely seek a vehicle, they seek a seamless, service-oriented experience that mirrors the quiet luxury of the product itself. The genius of this arrangement lies not in the metal and leather, but in the invisible framework of financial and personal convenience built around it, a framework designed to be as silent and powerful as the engine in a Rolls-Royce Phantom. To understand why a person for whom money is no object would choose to lease rather than own a Rolls-Royce, one must first look beyond the idea of a car as a simple asset. For the clientele in question, time and flexibility hold far greater value than the capital tied up in a depreciating object, no matter how magnificent. A lease agreement, often structured as a balloon payment finance plan, is an exercise in liquidity management. It allows an individual to preserve their capital for investments that generate returns, private equity deals, market plays, or acquisitions, rather than letting it sit idle in a garage. The monthly outflow for the lease is a predictable, manageable operational expense. A line item easily handled by a family office or a corporate entity, often with beneficial tax treatments if the car is used for business purposes. This financial fluidity is the first layer of the appeal, turning a multi-$100,000 automobile from a capital expenditure into a simple, high-class subscription. But the true magic, the core of this hidden world, is found in the service wrapper that encases the financial transaction. Rolls-Royce, and the specialized dealers who cater to this elite market, are not selling transportation. They are selling a promise of perpetual newness and a freedom from hassle. The typical lease term for these clients aligns perfectly with the model refresh cycle or their own desire for the latest and greatest. After 2 or 3 years, the pressure to sell the old car privately, a distasteful and public process, is entirely eliminated. The client simply returns the keys and steps into the newest model, often with the specification process for the next car beginning months in advance. This cycle of effortless renewal ensures they are always at the wheel of the most current, most technologically advanced, and most socially relevant statement of success. It is a curated evolution of status, managed with the quiet efficiency of a private banker. This ecosystem is further refined by the deeply personal and discreet service that accompanies it. The relationship is not with a salesman but with a dedicated client manager who acts as a conduit to the factory itself. Specifying a bespoke Rolls-Royce is an intensely creative and personal journey, and this process is made even more fluid through leasing. The client manager becomes a trusted advisor, facilitating everything from the selection of exotic leathers and rare wood veneers to the integration of truly personal, custom-made artifacts into the vehicle's interior. This white glove service extends beyond the initial build. Should a warning light appear, the client does not visit a service center. A representative arrives with a courtesy car, often another Rolls-Royce, and takes the afflicted motor car away, returning it later, perfected, often washed and detailed to a standard higher than when it was new. This complete removal of inconvenience is a product in itself, as valuable to the ultra-high net worth individual as the car's iconic design. Furthermore, this leasing model functions as a sophisticated gateway, lowering the psychological barrier to entry into the Rolls-Royce family. For a young tech entrepreneur or a successful artist whose wealth is new, writing a check for $400,000 can still give pause. A lease, with its lower initial outlay and monthly payments, feels more like a modern service fee, making the decision easier. Once inside the ecosystem, however, the unparalleled level of care and the intoxicating allure of bespoke personalization create a powerful loyalty. The first leased Rolls-Royce is rarely the last. It is the beginning of a long-term relationship where the client becomes accustomed to this standard of treatment, making the thought of switching brands unthinkable. It is a brilliant strategy of customer retention built on experimental excellence rather than mere marketing. Ultimately, the secret world of Rolls-Royce leasing is a masterclass in understanding the psychology of its audience. It is a system designed for those who live in a world of assets and liabilities, of cash flow and opportunity cost, and for whom time is the ultimate luxury. The lease agreement is the elegant, unspoken contract that provides not just a car, but a key to a closed garden of financial prudence, effortless convenience, and deeply personalized service. It transforms the Rolls-Royce from a static symbol of wealth into a dynamic, ever-evolving tool for a life lived at the pinnacle.